live. Let's get cooking, Danny. Take it
All right,
away.
let's get into it. We're going to be making spaghetti and eggplant meatballs. So first, what we're going to need is to roast our eggplant. So what I did is I already did that so that we didn't have to wait for 30 minutes to roast it. But it's here with this beautiful eggplant. I'm going to take my eggplant and just take it off of this cooking sheet. And then I'm going to scoop it into this bowl. And let me see, I need a spoon for that. Actually, I don't have a spoon. I'm going to use a fork. And I'm just going to peel away the skin and pop this right into this bowl. And then we can discard the skin after we're done, or we can even dehydrate it and make some really fun chips. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but that's a way to really be like zero waste when it comes to our produce. Just use the skins and make fun chips. So after I get it into the bowl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my food processor and blend this up so that we get a nice creamy texture. You're going to want to roast your eggplant for 30 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And so it's very quick. It doesn't take too long. You can even pop it into your air fryer if you don't have 30 minutes, because it'll take literally half the time in our air fryer. All right, so now that we've got this part done, now we're going to get over to the food processor over here. So we're going to grab this.
Wait a second, Danny. Can you show us the eggplant? I want everybody to see.
Oh, absolutely. So this is what we have.
Yeah, a little higher.
Oh, I got a little skin, so I got to take the skin out, but that's what we have. That's what it looks like when it's roasted.
Oh, okay. Got it. There it is.
Nice and mushy. And this is the beginning of a lot of different recipes. You can make baba ganoush now. You can do a lot of things, but we're going to be making these meatballs. Pop them in here. And I'm going to put it in the food processor, and I'm going to pulse it down until it's nice and like mushy, like mashed eggplants. All right. So,
all right.
I hear we got a dance that we got
Let's do this. Blender dance. Danny, do it again.
All right. That wasn't long enough. I wanted to dance a little bit more, but it's all good. So now that we have our eggplant mashed down, now it looks like this. It's nice and creamy. So we're going to put that back into that bowl. And another thing about this recipe can be done ahead of time. You don't have to prep it right when it's time to prepare it. You can make it ahead of time. You can freeze these meatballs and save them for later. So like when you're busy during the week, you can just pop these right into the oven or your air fryer and refry them. All right, so now that we have this eggplant, we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. And so we have a cup of almond flour. We have a cup of oats. We've got some nutritional yeast. Okay. And we have our spice blend. Here we have some salt. We have oregano, black pepper, and garlic. And that just all goes right in. And then that's it for now. So we're going to stir that together and mix it up. It already smells really good. The oregano and the garlic powder just has such a great flavor, scent. So it's just smelling really good in here. Now, what I probably should have done first is started our flaxseed egg. So I'm going to put that to the side while we make our flaxseed egg. This is going to help to bind our eggplant meatballs so that they don't fall apart. I have a bowl here, and I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. Those go right in here, along with 6 tablespoons of water. All right, and then we're just going to whisk this and just mix it like that. And right now, the texture of this is very watery. What's going to happen is when you let it sit to the side for about 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to start to coagulate and get really thick. And this is going to act as our binder. So you can use this across the board for any recipe. If you need to replace an egg in a recipe, just go ahead and do 1 tablespoon to 3 tablespoons of water, and you've got a flax egg. So I'm going to wait for a little bit with that, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my cutting board. 1 second. And I'm going to chop up some fresh basil. This is what I was holding when we got started today. And basil is just one of those things you have to have in meatballs because it just gives it such a wonderful flavor, an Italian flavor. And so let me grab a knife and then we're going to chop this down. All right, here we go. So you want to chop it as small as possible because that way it'll evenly distribute throughout the meatballs. So I'm dicing it across and then I'm gonna do a nice little chop over that to get it nice and fine. You can use dried basil as well, but fresh is always best. It's going to taste the best. It's going to have the most nutrients available as opposed to using dried herbs. But if you don't have fresh on hand, feel free to use dried basil. All right, so this is what our mixture looks like right now. Okay. Next, we're going to, so just pretend that it's been 5 minutes, and we're going to add in our flax egg. Stir this around. And if you are making this at home, you're going to want to let this sit in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes or longer, about at least 20 minutes, because that's going to allow for the oats to soak up all of the moisture that's in this batter. Right now, the batter looks like this, and we want it to be a little firmer, and that's what will happen when you leave it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. So I've already pre-made these. So what I did was after I made these earlier, I popped them in the refrigerator, took them out, and I made meatballs with them. So what I did was I took a 1/4 cup measuring cup, scooped it out and split that in two, and I made meatballs. All right. And I used my air fryer. The recipe that you guys are going to get with this, it has the air fryer and the oven instructions. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have an air fryer, so I can't make this. You can absolutely make these in the oven. All right. This recipe is oil-free. It's gluten-free. It's also low sodium too, if salt is something that you're trying to cut back on. So let me go ahead and show you the meatballs and what they look like now. Actually, no. First, let me show you this sauce. We have this semi-homemade. I call it semi-homemade because I didn't actually grow the tomatoes and roast them and do all of that. But I buy strained tomatoes and then I season them. I add vegetables. There's mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions in here, and a mix of spices. I also put a little bit of coconut aminos, and that's really that adds a whole different dimension to my spaghetti sauce. So this sauce is going to pair with the meatballs in a second. And then we have these noodles here are chickpea noodles. And if you're going gluten-free, these chickpea noodles are amazing. Because sometimes, it's kind of hard to find noodles that are tasty when they're gluten-free, but try these chickpea noodles. Now, here are our meatballs. These have just come out of the air fryer. Well, not just, obviously, I'm able to touch it, but they've cooled just a little bit, and they are perfect. I'm going to plate it up in a bit, but I wanted to break one open so you all can see the texture. Oops.
Wow, those look amazing and flavorful.
Yes, very flavorful. Very good. So, so I guess we can just go ahead and plate it up so you all can see the final result. So I'm going to grab my plate here. And
now Danni
yes,
is known for her amazing food feed, y'all. You got to head over to Danni's Instagram feed, which is DAM Damn Good Vegan. And let me tell you, you are going to find some incredible offerings over there. And you also have the Vegan Skillet. I want to hear all about that. Take it away.
So the Vegan Skillet is an online community. This is a space where I share all of my recipes. So my husband, he's been a chef for 12 plus years. And so together, we came together and created the Vegan Skillet, where we share plant-based recipes that are not only 100% vegan, but they're also gluten-free, refined sugar-free, oil-free, and low sodium, or some even have no salt at all, no salt added. And our focus is to help people that are making the transition to a plant-based diet, that are doing it for health reasons, that are really wanting to gain control of their health and cut back on some of the things that might be causing hypertension or diabetes, just dis-ease in their body. We also, along with joining the community, you get access to nutrition education courses, instructional cooking videos, as well as the nutritional contents of all of the recipes, so you know exactly what you're eating and what it's doing for your body. We also host weekly cooking shows, and you can find that at theveganskillet.com. And we also have show replays. So if you missed the show, it doesn't matter when you join, you can always see all of the past episodes. And it only costs $7 to join per month, and you get all of those benefits as well.
Wow, that is incredible. Okay, everybody, I am just blown away. And by the way, if you're wondering, yes, that is a baby in the sling.
Yes. Yes, this is little baby Sage. So this is my 3-month-old baby. And of course, I did have a vegan pregnancy. And that is really where my focus is too. I definitely help people not only with going plant-based, but also those that are interested in having a healthy plant-based pregnancy and preconception period. It's all about the nutrition that you're consuming, as well as other lifestyle things like, your sleep, exercising, yoga, mindfulness, all of that. But we definitely talk about a lot on my page when you go to Damn Good Vegan about just preparing for that special time of your life.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so today we are blessed with your presence. I'm telling you, this is not just your ordinary spaghetti. This is your version of homemade sauce, I'm going to say, because it is homemade in a way, because you homemade it, like you put all the ingredients together.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the eggplant meatballs, y'all. This is the first time we've ever had eggplant meatballs. This is a first in 5 years.
Oh, nice. Oh, I feel honored. Well, yeah, and this sauce has been on the stove for probably about 5 hours. So it's been like cooking and marinating. And so it is perfect and ready. So we have our chickpea noodles right in here. And then we're just going to top it off with some spaghetti sauce. Yum, yum, yum. And then we're going to be putting our eggplant meatballs right on top. If you guys are just joining, here are the meatballs. They came straight out of the air fryer. And we're just going to put, let's see, do I have, oh, here we go. So we're just going to put a couple on top. There we go. Just like that. Oh, it's incredible. And then lastly, we're going to want to do a little garnishing. So I'm going to add a little bit more basil. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with some parsley.
Ooh, gorgeous. Wowzy, wow, wow, wow. That is exquisite. You can tell you're an expert in the kitchen, and
thank you.
The camera loves you, and you're so comfortable in front of it. I just want to thank everybody. See how easy it is to go vegan, says Tina.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for watching with us today. This was like boom, boom, boom. And yeah. So let me ask you, before you go, what would you say are 3 tips for folks who are on the journey, on their way to becoming vegan, like headed in the plant-based journey? What would you say? Take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, I would just say start where you're at. It's not a race to like be the vegan as fast as possible. Start where you're at. Start slow. Make a game plan on, okay, I'm going to maybe do meatless Monday. And then I'm going to start changing breakfast and going meatless and dairy-free for breakfast. And then slowly, as you progress through your journey, you'll find yourself taking away things slowly and adding things. And then eventually, you'll find yourself to be 100% vegan. And then also, my second tip is to find recipes that mimic some of the things that you already like to eat. Because sometimes it can be a little scary diving into the vegan world where you're like, I have no idea. I've never eaten eggplant. I have no idea what quinoa is. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And, find things that mimic what you're already eating. And so what I suggest is going on to YouTube, Pinterest, wherever, and just type in if it's tacos, vegan plant-based tacos, or meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs, vegan, and then you will see tons of recipes and blogs and ideas on how to veganize your favorite dishes. And then my third tip would be to find support. Find people that are also along the journey with you, because sometimes we're the only ones in our family or in our friend circle that is making the transition. And so you want to have some people that you can connect with, that you can feel understand what you're going through. And so that's something that we do at the Vegan Skillet. We do have an online community forum where people kind of engage, and it's on Facebook, and we just meet each other and have fun learning how to go vegan together. And so those would be my top 3 tips. And also I wanted to mention, so I have 3 stepchildren, my bonus babies. They're 8, 6, and 3 years old. They love this. Okay, I made this 2 weeks ago, and they literally kept asking for more, and there was no more. And I was just like, okay, I got to make it again. So your kids will love this recipe, and definitely ask for more.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure. You're going to find this recipe and thousands of others on janeunchained.com. Head over to the Vegan Skillet now. Get yourself registered. Sign up your family and friends. You know people are wanting to go plant-based, y'all. They may not be all in on vegan, the V word, but get them in the kitchen. Get them engaged with chefs like Danni so they can do it too. And you can share this out. You know, we just thank you so much. And Nakia wanted you to know, awesome, Danni. I got to give it a try.
Yes.
Tina says, I'm hungry for more segments, please. There you go.
Absolutely. I'm hungry for this. So after we get off of here, I'm definitely diving into this recipe.
All right, Danni. Thank you so much. Damn good vegan. And we'll see you next time. Head over to the Vegan Skillet, y'all. And we appreciate you watching here on Lunch Break Live.